One man in the backfield, Elliott. On first down, Romo. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And another reception by Jason Witten. All reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner. Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of two tight ends. He and Tony Gonzalez in the 1,000-catch club in the tight end department. Now the first NFL carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010-15. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Set, black 35, black 35, hot.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
What a tremendous play by the defensive line. Instead of getting too far upfield against the draw, able to hold their spot and make a big play in the backfield.
Off play action, Romo surveying the field. And the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down. It's the big offseason sign. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They'll be pumped from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go now.
To throw on second down is Romo. Completes it to Jason Witten. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck, as some guys may have fought.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go.
Romo gives to Elliott. Muscles him off. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That's connection numero uno. Tony Romo going to Desmond DeMond Bryant.
And how about the chemistry those two have built up over the years? You know, everybody always sees Dez as being so demonstrative on the sidelines, like he's upset about things. He just wants his quarterback to know he wants the ball, and he's going to make plays for him.
Give him 22 on that one. And it'll be first down Cowboys. So they're operating in the red zone.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Another carry for the rookie, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try to run it with Morris. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Dan Bailey, 30 of 32 in field goal tries last year. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go, 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 go!
They go to Elliott again. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Romo. He's got a man. It's Williams. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go now. Right 18. Right 18.
On 2nd down, here's Romo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Just a 5-yard pick. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go now. Right 18.
Here's Romo now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Set. Black 35.
On 1st down, it's Romo. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's JPP, seventh-year man Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. On second down, Elliott. So we've reached halftime. First down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really, really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to...
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions,
they'll come out in the pistol. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 here. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
Now it's Romo. Going right side. He has Winton.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Holding, offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. So 20 yards to go here on first down. A A shotgun snap for Romo. It's caught by Bryant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Romo. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here's Romo, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Do you think either one of us would have any chance of blocking Jason Pierre-Paul in a pass rush?
I think you would have a better chance than me.
No shot at all. I would have to call it a backup and see if someone else could get it.
First down, Romo drops it underneath to Elliott, and they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
That was a...
And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Romo now on second down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Throwing on third down, Romo. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And out now come the Cowboys. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Back to throw. Going right side, he has Witten. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He's back to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw. Finding time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Romo. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Romo. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And partner, this first week.